This is episode 2, and the last episode we posted on the day of Quackity's lore stream. So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about messages. There were a few more messages that popped up on Tubbo's stream. BadBoyHalo killed Skeppy. And then the Red Banquet is coming up. And then as well, Hannah was sleepwalking now, so that's kind of interesting.
I've been noticing a lot of people recently have like loads of either memory loss or like weird dream kind of thing. Sort of a theme throughout a lot of people at the moment.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it seems connected, but also not, because Hannah, she was, her stream was like titled something about how she loves the server, and she was all happy and all positive for the server, started rebuilding her house, and then heard the egg and went down to the egg, and then Sam found her, and she was confused.
I don't know, because she was acting as if it was her first day on the server. I was wondering if that was like she had like a dream or something and forgot everything, or this was a dream or something.
It's hard to like think of what's going on because we don't know a whole lot about the egg. The egg seems to be controlling people, as we saw from Bad's stream with Skeppy, but I don't know. It's
in like a backwards language, so.
And I think it's interesting that they're all sleepwalking type thing, you know? They seem to be in like a sleep state.
Yeah, all of them has something to do with like sleepish, like sleepwalking, dreaming. But it is also all has something to do with sleep, which is interesting.
Yeah. Kind of a play on words because it's the Dream SMP, maybe? I'm not sure.
I don't know, it feels connected, I just don't know how yet.
Yeah, and like going back to like Fundy's stream, and then George's stream, and then now Hannah's stream, and kind of with Ranboo and his enderwalking state.
I know all of this is somehow connected. The problem is, at the moment, we don't have enough information yet to know how.
Definitely.
Because I can find so many different ways, but I don't know. We don't have enough information to distinguish them yet.
The Red Banquet, which is coming up on the 25th, which is Sunday, it's going to answer a lot more, and I feel as that is going to hopefully answer more, hopefully bring the egg storyline more to a close, or really just like push it forward.
Because at this point, we know very little about the egg. We don't even really know if it's an egg. People just started calling it the egg. We don't really know what it is.
True, that's true.
I just want more, I guess, not even really, I guess backstory on the egg. How did it get there and what is it?
And it kind of ties into Quackity's lore stream when he was, and I think it was like the 3rd chapter, in chapter 2, the 2nd segment of his lore stream. It opens with him talking to somebody, and he was talking to somebody, and it looks like somebody left a marker for him to dig down.
Yeah, so he could find the egg. Yeah, that's I was wondering if that's someone we already, I'm guessing it's already a character we know. But I was wondering who.
At first I was thinking it was Sam, because I don't know, just because he, in the first chapter, he was talking to Sam, and then but then I was seeing stuff talking about how maybe Puns kind of
Puns is an influence.
Yeah. Like Puns is pretending to be under the influence of the egg, because I don't know if it was supposed to happen, but when Quackity was about to blow up the TNT in that room, it got set off before. I don't know if that was planned, and Puns was over there, so I don't know if Puns canonically it's supposed to be against the egg, and so I feel like maybe it was Puns who is trying to get Quackity to do that, because
Well, I think that would make the most sense. Most like, the place where he was digging down wasn't like in the main egg room. So if it was Sam who would have given him the location, he probably would have just like either told him like the entrance,
yeah,
or like right above the egg where that big egg dome building
yeah,
is. Like this was sort of like at the back in like a new structure we haven't seen before. So I feel it would make more sense if it was Puns, since he would like have helped build that. Or
I don't know, Puns. I hope he gets on the server more and has more of a storyline, because I really like Puns, and I think this would be he's a mercenary, right? Like, he will go wherever the money takes him. So I don't know. I feel so that could be a possibility.
Thing is, like, his motivation with the egg would be like the egg tells him, "Oh, I will give you infinite money." But if he finds someone that could, like, with Puns, I don't know what the egg could really have offered him, like his mercenary side, that would make him join the egg completely. So I'm wondering if he's then being paid by someone. I'm wondering who.
Exactly, and he's always been Dream's right-hand man. I don't know if Dream's connected to this, but I feel Dream is connected to everything, you know?
We just don't know how yet.
Yeah. So I think that could be a big possibility, that it was Puns who Quackity was talking to before.
That makes a lot of sense, actually. My original thought was like, oh, it might be like Techno or someone of the, like, that's like against the egg. But it makes a lot more sense to be actually inside information.
Yeah, it could be Techno or Puffy, because like Puffy doesn't like the egg. He obviously didn't go down the main entrance because he didn't want Bad to see him going in. So whoever told him to go there had to know that room existed.
Yeah, somehow they would have either have found out by like spying on the egg, or they would have helped build it.
And I know Ranboo and Tebo have a like hidden room in there as well that they can watch the egg. So it could be them. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure they were caught doing it, and like, they're like caught spying at one point.
Yes, yeah, they were. While we're talking about Quackity Lore, we can go back to the first chapter of it. First off, it started off so good, so like cinematic.
The opening was so amazing.
The music choice, like the editing, it was so good. Quackity.
I got chills watching it.
And so it goes through him going to the prison every day, and it shows like seasons changing, and to show that time has changed. And then it starts reversing and goes back, and then it comes up with 72 hours before.
This one was 72 hours when he went to visit.
So the first one was 72 hours before the prison visit. I was so confused at this point, because when he goes and sees Sam, and Sam is living off on his own on that island, and then says, "It's my fault that Tommy's dead," I was like, wait, Tommy?
I only noticed that, like, I only really thought that, or like realized that it was like back in time once it went to like 45 hours. The next chapter started. I was like, oh, that must have been back in time.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait, I thought Tommy was dead.
Which it gives like a timeline too, which shows that Tommy really wasn't dead for that long. Like, so Sam went out to this island by himself. Just needed time. Quackity came, found him, but Quackity is like getting into his head and kind of manipulating him, which I think is.
He was using. I don't know. He was being kind of. I don't know, the way he was saying things, like, kind of made me feel like his only goal, like, going there in the first place, was for Sam to kill Dream. Because, like, at the beginning, he, like, was trying to be, like, I guess, supportive. But, I don't know, I feel like he came there with a motive from the beginning.
I love this. I like insanity arcs. But it also kind of makes me sad, because Quackity is such a funny dude, but it also shows everything he's kind of gone through.
I mean, it makes sense if you think about, like, everything.
Yes.
He's had a rough time.
He has.
So it makes sense, just like it went with Wilbur, that it would start getting to him. which I don't know. I love insanity arcs, but I don't know. I kind of miss happy, funny Quackity.
Oh yes, yeah. He hates Dream so much, but he's really acting a lot like Dream.
Yeah, he's like sort of becoming what he doesn't like. He's becoming his enemy.
So I also was like kind of confused. I mean, I get Quackity wants to kill Dream because he killed Tommy, but then I was trying to figure out another reason, you know, just killing Tommy.
Because I understand the whole Quackity threatening Dream after he made the deal with Jschlatt at the prison visit. I was kind of confused why he wanted Sam to kill Dream when he was on the island, because I'm pretty sure that the reasons he used to convince Sam, like, oh, he killed Tom, he's dangerous, wasn't his only reasons. And I was trying to figure out why he would want to just kill Dream.
When I was watching it, it like suddenly hit me. It also has to do with like Sadis coming out with the hog hunt, because Butcher Army, they had a hit list, and on that hit list was Techno and Dream.
Yes.
And so I feel like Quackity is still so obsessed with that hit list that
still trying to keep the hit list.
He's still hyper fixated and obsessed with this hit list that he's going to get that no matter what. And then him killing Tommy was just like another motivation for him almost.
And like help convince Sam to go along with it, kind of thing.
So I feel like he's just obsessed with this thing now, and he's going to stop at nothing to get it done.
I also feel like now the whole thing that happened with Techno literally killing him with a pickaxe would maybe want to make him back off from Techno a little bit.
Yes.
So he would, I mean, it would make sense to go after Dream first, considering he's literally in prison and can't do anything to defend himself.
Exactly. And then he's just using Sam's emotions and his
breathing.
To his advantage. And oh, it's kind of sad to see.
Again, that sounds like something Dream would do.
It 100% is something Dream would do. The whole time I was like, okay, Quackity, yeah, you want to kill Dream for killing Tommy, but you're gonna be killing him, so it does not matter. You know, it's the same. And I think Sam came to that realization right as they were going into the prison.
Why he didn't let Quackity any further than the front lobby thing.
So then in chapter 2, we were talking about earlier, he goes in to the egg, threatens to blow it up, and then he does blow it up. But then after, we see somebody holding a redstone torch and walking away with like half a heart.
Yeah, with the egg, you can hear its voice like screeching something.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I've not been able to reverse the thing, like the clip yet, so I don't.
I saw something about it that I could try to find. I forgot to save it, I believe.
My few things. I heard a lot of people think, oh, the egg is actually gone now. But so my evidence before the whole BadBoyHalo lore we got was that it wasn't. First of all, you could clearly hear the egg speaking to whoever it was with that red torch. I'm assuming it's Quackity, but it could also be whoever he was talking to with the hole. That TNT. If that was puns, it could be puns. And also, I don't know if you saw it, but if you slow down the clip of the TNT exploding above the eggshell, it actually turns into obsidian around it.
Yes.
I don't think it really affected it at all.
No, I definitely don't think the egg is gone. I mean, obviously, we know it's not gone because in Bad's stream, they were down there.
Bad did mention in the stream, though, something like he didn't think the egg would survive the explosion without Skeppy because it can heal the egg or something. But I'm not sure if that was. At this point, it's so difficult to figure out from something that they're actually saying, like real life, or like again something that's happening in a dream, or something happening in like a flashback. So it's kind of difficult at the moment to figure out with lore what's actually being said and what's actually happening. While we're on the topic of Quackity Lore, after the whole blowing up the egg part, I actually the scene after that, I think it was chapter 3, was actually, I think, was him talking to George, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
In prison, which I found really interesting. So basically what happened with Quackity talking to George is George was talking about Kanoko Kingdom and saying that Carl should have told him, even though Quackity clearly didn't know about it. So I think that's the first big sign of Carl's time travel memory loss thing taking effect in like the main timeline of the SMP.
Yeah.
Before that, he's not really forgotten things that other people have noticed, I don't think.
Yeah, no, nobody's really noticed anything that he's forgotten, or it hasn't been that big of a deal.
It's just been like normal memory things to forget. Like forgetting to tell like your fiance about a country you've created is
kind of big.
So I think at this point, like now that Carl, like the memory thing is clearly either getting worse or people are starting to notice it more, I think someone's gonna like eventually find out about the time traveling. That figure out he's acting weird.
Yes, and I think it's funny, not funny, but George is at the prison, right? And Quackity seemed to be going there to go to Dream. So in a way, George like saved Dream from getting like beat up that day. So I thought that was
why George was at the prison, because he was like kind of looked as if he was like wanted to go inside like the entrance. So I don't know what he was doing there. It could just be George like just wandering around. But I was wondering if it could be something like he wants to speak to Dream, because he hasn't spoken to Dream at all since.
No, he hasn't. And he's not allowed in the prison anymore. Sam banned him from the prison. I don't know if that's for life or for a long time or anything, but I remember he tried breaking in, and this wasn't really in lore, but
he did try and talk. Yeah, and so Sam banned him. I don't know. To me, like when I first saw it, I thought like, oh, George is sneaking around the prison, because he looked like he was like trying to peer inside the entrance. But I don't know if that was just him walking like around, or if he actually wanted to like go inside. I don't know.
And then I saw so after that we get the scene of the hooded figure. So that's how it like starts out, right? His whole lore stream starts out with the hooded figure that looks like the thing from Fundy's stream.
Yes.
And
3 of them on horses.
And I think it's kind of funny that the last episode we talked about this, right? And we mentioned how it could be Quackity and then Bad, and then we get this opening scene and he's riding the skeleton horse,
which is clearly Quackity's horse. He's known for having the skeleton horse. So
yes.
I'm pretty confident that at least one of those people were Quackity.
Yes, I'm pretty sure the main one, the one on the skeleton horse, is Quackity, because it also has that transition from the hooded figure riding the skeleton horse into Quackity riding the skeleton horse.
Exactly. I would be shocked if it isn't Quackity at this point.
Yeah.
The question then is, who is the other two?
So I was thinking BadBoyHalo, but based off of the chapter 2, Bad seems to not like Quackity right now.
They don't seem to be on the best terms at the moment.
So I'm not confident in saying it's Bad.
Something that I heard is that one of them might be Dream.
Yes.
So either Quackity broke him out of prison with Sam, because I've heard it might be Quackity, Sam, and Dream fighting like all want to cover their faces if they were escaping from prison.
Yeah, so I definitely, because you hear the sirens.
Yeah, you hear the sirens.
And the sirens could definitely be like the nukes, but they could also be Dream getting broken out of prison. Yeah,
because I remember Sam said when he was building the prison, if there was ever like someone escaping, you would hear alarms all over the server, and that was
definitely alarms. So I have a feeling it could be Dream. Dream could be one of them. I think it would be kind of a cool way to get Dream out of prison too. And it could be Quackity like having the upper hand over Dream now, and he has to do everything Quackity tells him to do. And it could be Wilbur on the other one.
Wilbur revive.
Yeah, or Jschlatt or Sam. I am not sure. I feel like it could also be Fundy and Hannah or some of the other like sleepwalking people.
Fundy might make sense because you did see that figure. I don't know if it was Quackity at that point, but you did see the dream.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like
So
it could be Fundy. Could
that already
be.
Fundy, as well as the smile, like Quackity's smile at the end of Fundy's dream.
Mm-hmm. It could be Dream and Ranboo, and Ranboo's in a sleepwalking state. I don't know.
There's like infinite possibilities of people at this point.
Could be Techno and Quackity teamed up to help get Dream out, because Techno had that favor still. I have no idea.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Dream is going to escape.
Oh, yes.
But it's just so many different people that could help him escape. And I feel like basically, like, almost the entire server has some sort of motive to either help him escape or, like, being forced to help him, and, like, Ranboo and Techno's, like, case.
And Dream's, like, seems to always be 5 steps ahead of everybody.
Even in the prison, seems to have more power than everyone else combined.
Yes. So I feel he has a plan. And then one of the other scenes is when Quackity, it's like flashbacks to when L'Manberg was still a thing, which that scene was so sad. I loved seeing all the stream highlight clips. And then Quackity is talking to Wilbur.
Which is a scene we haven't seen yet, which is really cool. Some more backstory.
Yes.
That we haven't seen yet.
And it just makes me miss Wilbur so much more, because Wilbur and his like speeches and lines are so good.
I love that Wilbur went back, because recently he's been doing more like Ghost Fur kind, but I love that he went back into his like mannerisms of speaking, how he did when he was president. His like, I don't know how to pronounce, like his way of speaking was like, I don't know, he spoke basically in speeches, and he did that really well when he was talking to Quackity.
I'm so excited for him to come back. I'm pretty sure once like the Red Banquet and the egg lore is done, he might be coming back. He said that he's waiting for some of the storylines to end. So I'm hoping.
Finish up, yeah.
I'm hoping, because I love Wilbur. I think he's an excellent writer, excellent actor.
I just want him to come back.
I just want him to come back.
His Insanity arc is, up to this day, one of my favorite things.
So well written, so well delivered.
And that's something actually we get to see in his talk with Quackity. You can see that his Insanity arc, or his road to insanity, starts further back than we thought.
Yes.
He was already acting, I guess not insane, but you could already see like the toll of everything he's been through, like affect him when he was talking to Quackity. So like we realized it didn't just start when Poctopia did. It started back before that. Yeah,
no, he has always been very manipulative, very headstrong. And I feel when it first started, before everybody realized that they were doing so much lore, you didn't notice that as much because it's just Wilbur.
Yeah.
But now you look back and you see everything he's done, everything he's said, and what happened with Quackity just shows how he said, yeah, you can believe that everybody has a good side, but eventually you're going to want power, and power is going to be the only thing that can help you. And
exactly. Also, if you rewatch some of these things, or just what he said to Quackity, you can actually realize how much of an impact things that just Wilbur said as like a passing in a conversation still has on these characters. Like Quackity taking what Wilbur said to heart about, like, you can believe people has a good side, but they only want to use it for himself gain. Like, he sort of took that to heart.
He tried not to do that. He tried to continue to see the good side in everybody, but once he went to the grave site for Wilbur and he wrote the book and said, you were right, like all along, like that was just like, that sealed the deal that Quackity is going down the same path as Wilbur.
Yeah.
And if,
because he's something like, I'm pretty sure he wrote, you were right, like, my dearest friend Wilbur, you were right all along, and I won't make the same mistake twice. Which honestly is kind of ominous.
Very ominous. And if somebody doesn't help Quackity, he's going to go down the exact same path and probably have the same outcome as Wilbur. I don't know who would be able to bring Quackity, like, back around. Maybe Tommy. Maybe Wilbur coming back.
Who else is Quackity really like emotionally connected to at the moment? Because he kind of severed ties with Tubbo since
Yeah.
Lamamba.
It would be Carl and George and Sapnap, but right now I feel he's kind of mad at them for not including him with Kanoko Kingdom and leaving him.
He I don't know, I can't remember which stream this was on, but he actually like scratched out the faces of George and
Yes.
Carl and everyone from the El Rapids poster.
Yes, yeah. And then on all the Kanoko Kingdom like propaganda, he took out all their faces on that too.
Clearly, that happened after he found out they started a country.
Yes. So I feel so bad for Quackity. I'm excited. Quackity mentioned that more stuff is gonna happen, obviously, but like more quicker.
This season's been really great, but it's been moving really slowly. It can be it can be really frustrating to need answers and not be able to get them.
Yes, and I know Dream had mentioned that things are gonna really start picking up now, especially now that school's starting to end for most people. So I feel in the summer we're gonna be getting hit hard with lore, and I am so ready for that.
I'm so excited. That'll be amazing.
Yeah, and I mean, this weekend we have 2 lore streams happening, and then a Dream lore stream coming up soon at some point.
Oh, this weekend it's not just any lore streams. There's actually 2 big lore streams.
Yes, 2 big lore streams that can either like close out a storyline or get it to like the last stage of the storyline,
or connect a bunch of storylines.
Yes.
Something I'm really hoping it does.
Yes.
The first one that is happening is Ranboo's lore stream, which is the 23rd of April.
Yes, so that's this Friday. Do we know a whole lot about what's going to be happening in that?
He's not said anything about it.
Yes.
I don't think. He's said it's big, it's going to be a really big, like, important lore, and that, I think he said something about how it's going to be, like, really, like, intense, like, and creepy kind of lore, so I'm guessing just from those hints it's going to have something to do with the Enderwalk.
Yes. Oh, I'm excited. I'm so excited for the Enderwalk. So we don't have a whole lot of information for Ranboo. I feel, like you said, Enderwalk, I feel like it's gonna really propel him and Dream's relationship, what's been going on with Dream. I don't really know what else his lore could do, but he's been working on it really hard, trying to get it perfect. Hello.
Hello.
We're talking about Ranboo's lore stream right now, trying to figure out, because like there's not a whole lot of information we have, right? I don't know if you know more about. We know it's going to be a little creepier. I'm excited for it though. The trailer that he put out for it, I think looked cool.
I know, I'm so excited.
I don't know, I just want more. It's moving slowly, and I just want more lore.
On Friday, or getting more Friday and then Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
And so then getting into like the Red Banquet, then we don't know a whole lot about that. That's going to be on the 25th of April, so that's Sunday. And which, off track, but the 1 year...
Red Banquet is Sunday.
Yeah, the 1 year anniversary for the server is actually on Saturday, so the 24th.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
It's gonna be like sandwiched in between 2 big lore streams, but that's okay.
Oh my gosh. I wonder if they know that like they planned that on purpose.
I hope they did.
It would be so awesome if they had, like, on the 24th, they on purpose didn't put like any big lore stream to have like a celebration for the 1 year anniversary or something.
I hope they
like
do something.
Yeah.
Or maybe like some impromptu lore that they didn't tell us about.
Yeah, just Dream releases his lore that day.
That's right, Dream has to do lore too.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to get Sapnap lore last month, but we never got it.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a lot of stuff from Sapnap and we don't get it, so... one other thing I just remembered about Ranboo's lore, though, is I saw something saying that he wants to make it not nothing's pre-recorded, so it's all going to be live streamed.
Oh, wow.
So, I think that's something. So that kind of...
It's gonna be like such a surprise after like Bad stream and Quackity stream,
Yeah.
where things are pre-recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Physically thought out. Ooh, I'm excited then.
Yeah.
Because that means his lore can really, on the day, if he just does something, it could become really important to the lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. And so now the Red Banquet, which is gonna be the 25th.
Oh no.
Who all
I'm
is
so
invited?
scared.
Do you guys know who all is invited?
Foolish is invited. Sam's invited.
Puppy's invited.
Is it
Puffy.
still just the same people?
I think so. They're probably gonna get like more people,
Yeah.
no?
It's probably just gonna be off camera.
Well, I think those are the only people that has been like formally invited. But Bad did mention on his last stream, he like said something about, oh, he hopes there's enough chairs for everyone on the server.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I feel like
That's true. I feel like. Oh, go ahead.
no, I feel like everybody's gonna be joining or trying to
Yeah.
get on.
Yeah, even if we don't see, even if we didn't see the invites going out, I feel like everyone's invited.
Yeah.
Or even if they're not invited, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are just
Probably
going to
gonna
show.
show up. Yeah.
Yeah. They probably said it in the Discord, like, hey, come this
Yeah.
day. You're invited.
Just show
Yeah.
up.
Could bring new people into the server on this day.
I
feel
don't know. Yeah.
I know Dream likes to add people after storylines, but I feel like this could be a interesting.
Could be a fun area to add some stuff in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what he did with Phil. He added Phil in the middle of like probably one of
Yeah.
literally in the middle of everything. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone just shows up.
I'm so happy he added Philza.
Oh yeah. And Philza, it was just a matter of time to add Philza. Obviously, they knew that it was gonna go this way, and so Dream, I saw stuff saying that like Philza kept asking to get on, not asking, but like, being
Sounds
like,
like
let
Tommy.
me on. Yeah, and Dream was just like, not yet, like, or you're gonna get there, and I feel like Wilbur told him to wait until.
Yeah, I'll just keep you out until it's time to kill Wilbur, and you can go out and.
And but obviously they had that planned because Philza had to have joined when nobody else was on the server to be in position to be right behind.
Yeah.
So like, it was all planned, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, that part was planned. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Red Banquet.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I'm scared and excited.
I'm so suspicious.
I have a feeling this last Bad stream has something to do with it, though. With Skeppy.
Yeah. Skeppy dying, I think. Sort of.
We've been getting a lot of people dreaming recently. It is called the Dream SMP, but like it shouldn't matter that much, but it does.
And is Dream the one controlling them all having dreams? Because how many
Dreamin' maybe.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I don't know why, but I just want Dreamins to be a thing again, like a more important thing.
Yeah.
I think that's where they're going with Dream XD coming on in George's lore.
Wait, was that actually canon? Like, I'm still not sure about that.
No, that I'm pretty sure that was canon.
Okay.
Because that seemed kind of confusing sometimes.
Yeah, it's like because whenever George logs on the server, like everyone jokes about him sleeping all the time, and then you get this whole bunch of lore, and you're just like, is this a joke or like what is this? You know?
I'm pretty sure it is because it was like planned out, and I feel like George would not plan something out if it wasn't actually.
I wonder when they decided that George sleeping was a curse. Like, I don't know if he just slept in on purpose to like back that up, or if he just slept in on accident and completely missed everything. I don't know like when they came up with that.
I feel like I'm pretty sure the first time he slept in was during the elections.
Yeah, I think that was by accident, and
I
he
think
just
that
slept.
was But then the second time when they were blowing up Lemamberg and stuff,
he was building a house.
He was building the house, and Dream told him to like stay away, basically. So that was also like lore.
And also during the rescue in Dream's bunker, he wasn't on the server.
I feel like the very first time it was like he just slept in by accident,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
after that, it's sort of become a thing where like it's not
Yes.
just jokes; it's like actually like for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's just George's thing now. He just sleeps.
Just sleeps in. I guess he really is not found.
It's fun to see how they will include things like that all the time. How if something
Yeah.
small,
They can improv.
yeah, and how they remember the little details from that, from stuff like that.
I'm so impressed with them remembering what they're meant to say in a stream.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
So with the Red Banquet, does anyone like have any theories on what's going to happen?
I still stand by my theory from last time that it's gonna possess everybody, and then Tommy's gonna have to go get Dream.
Oh no. Yeah, because Bad said someone's gonna have to prepare the food. Do we forget that the egg eats people?
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Did
Um,
everyone just forget that casual fact?
just casual, you know.
Casual, you know.
Like something he's mentioned, that ties it into Tales of the SMP.
I haven't gotten a Tales in a month,
Yes.
and Carl's been like really busy with it. They're trying to sort of wrap up the end of season 3
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because that's when 1.17 comes out in the summer, so they're trying to get like everything done before the world gets corrupted.
Do you think that they're gonna keep pushing season 3 off until the update, or do you think they'll finish season 3 and start like season 4 before the update, or do you think they're just gonna like hold off on a bunch of like any lore for a little while?
I don't know because
No.
fandom's hungry, okay?
Yes.
Like we want lore like every week.
Yeah, we want something.
And now that summer is coming, I feel they are gonna have a lot more time because a lot of them are in school still. So
Like the minors as well, like Purple and Ranboo and Hello and Tommy.
yeah.
Just hope that like they can work around 1.17.
Yeah, that's something I was thinking. Like, I wasn't sure how they're going to do
Yeah,
that.
I'm a little worried about that.
I'm hoping so. If you've seen the announcement from Mojang, they were saying that they're gonna update it in 2 different parts. One this summer, and then the second part. I'm hoping they're doing that because they're trying to find a way to allow you to keep your worlds. Because the Dream SMP is so big.
It's so big. Like
There's so much history. I don't want it all to just
exactly. And I feel like Mojang sees that because Dream SMP, not single-handedly, but they did help bring Minecraft back into what it is today. And so
and a lot of people are involved in it, and I don't think they want to take that away.
There's hundreds of thousands of people currently like hanging on the Dream SMP.
Yeah.
Like a million, yeah.
People have been making art for this for like a year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They have been working on this for a year, and that would be really sad.
Less than a year.
Yeah.
Be really sad if it just all goes like all foolish as
No!
I will cry.
I feel like they are trying because 1.17 is a huge update.
It's huge.
And it affects
everything.
Yeah. Like if you go mining, like you'll see different parts of the caves.
Yeah.
I think so.
At one point, I heard Dream say something about how if they find a way to keep old worlds in 1.17, so like Mojang figures out a way how to do that, they might have like a canonical portal just spawn that takes you over to like faraway chunks where it's actually like the new generation is like.
And it kind of makes me wonder if they would just use the same seed that they have now, or if they had to completely change, if they would change the seed.
Yeah.
Maybe like
I feel like it would be kind of weird to keep the same seed because then they're gonna want to try to make it exactly how it was before.
But and if you're like determined enough to go back to the original, like even if you're hundreds of thousands of blocks away, if you have the determination to go back. You know, you
Yeah.
could see it.
Mm-hmm.
It would just cause so much angst.
Oh yeah, just having it would be
Just
like
having it there.
It would be like Le Manhole, you know how
No!
it's there, but you don't want to go to it because it's so sad to see the
Yeah.
ruins.
Right. Why are we so emotionally involved in this?
Because it's good.
It's so good.
Like I was thinking about like these are like people role playing on a Minecraft server, and I'm emotionally invested in all of it.
I mean, it's not any different than watching a TV show, you know? You're just watching people act as different characters.
It's true. But the thing is, right, like, real life is much more diverse than Minecraft. The fact that they can do all of this in a gosh dang Minecraft world is insane.
It's crazy.
I'm really impressed. And the way that they make you like feel emotionally attached to things. Like at the moment all of us are like emotionally attached to Michael, who's literally just like a baby pig man.
Or even just a world.
Or Manberg.
Yeah. Like just the world, the builds.
They
just everything.
Like it's their acting that makes us attached to all of these things.
I think Wilbur's, and this is up for debate, Wilbur is the best actor.
Yes, I would say Wilbur's the best.
You know,
there are other really good ones, but I think Wilbur's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, most of them are really, really, really good, especially for having very little acting experience. But Wilbur's just a different breed. I'm interested to see what they do with the update.
Got a couple months.
Yeah, it's kind of like Myonite. If you watch Myonite, they had their world, and then I'm pretty sure they they added a bunch of mods, which I hope Dream SMP does not add mods, because after that, Myonite did not get good. Yeah. But the first season was really good, so if anybody has not watched Myonite, I would suggest go watch the first season of Myonite, because it's very similar to Dream SMP. It's roleplay-esque stuff. But Myonite, they added complete mods in the second season. So how the first season ended is they're in the end and they all jump into the void together, and then the second season starts with them in like a whole new world with a bunch of mods and stuff, so you don't go back to that first world. And so I could see them doing something like that maybe for this. Kind of boring, but I hope they don't, because it was kind of sad. So earlier we were talking about like Quackity's lore stream and how we were kind of right about the Quackity. We're not sure who the other two are.
Maybe the 3 is just to represent like 3 canon lives.
Oh.
Probably.
Well, Quackity doesn't have all 3's lives anymore.
No, he only has 1 life.
I'm pretty sure Fundy does.
No, wait, he lost 1 to the final control room. He only has 2.
Oh, right.
Who has 3 canon lives?
Techno.
Purpled, I think. Purpled.
Ranboo has 3.
Filza
only has 1 life, I'm pretty sure.
Filza, yeah.
Right.
Only have
Hardcore.
Hardcore, he only has 1.
Yeah. I was gonna say maybe because it doesn't like canonically have to do with hardcore at all. Maybe because he's just really old.
Yeah, he's already lost.
He lost 2 lives. Yeah.
I was trying to think who still has 3 lives. Does Nikki still have all of her lives, or did she lose?
I think she might have lost 1 in the final control room.
She wasn't there. She was not with the...
Oh, she wasn't there yet.
No, she wasn't there yet.
No.
The only people in the final control room were Tommy, Tubbo, Wilbur, and Fundy. And then Eret and Dream.
Oh, jeez.
It was very... Lemanberg was very small, and I'm pretty sure Nikki came right after that war.
Nikki Jack joined like 2 days after the Lemanberg wasn't this.
Nikki has all 3.
So she's like not the only, but she's one of the only like really original members that's been here for like a really long time.
Yeah.
She has all 3.
Yeah. Does Eret never died, did he?
Eret has all 3. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think, because he didn't die in the final control. Dream never killed him or anything.
Dream never killed him.
So
he didn't have a festival, so I'm pretty sure he still has all 3.
Sam still has all 3, I believe. Most of those guys who haven't really been involved in a whole lot of lore have all 3.
Yeah, some of the newer members as well, like
Foolish, yeah.
They all have 3.
Purple probably has all 3.
I don't think Purple has ever died. No, he hasn't been in the.
Hasn't been in a lot of lore.
He hasn't really been on the server a whole lot either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Puns has all 3.
BadBoyHalo, does that have all 3?
I think that only has 2. Because look, if you think about it, right? If you watch back Quackity's stream,
Tubbo has 1 life. Tommy has
1.
Tommy, we don't know if Tommy has 1.
We don't know.
Tommy's lost all his lives.
Tommy has 0
alive.
alive.
So Tommy has question mark amount of lives.
Tommy has 0 plus whatever happens when you give the revive book.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say half a life.
Half a life.
What about half a life?
Dream has 1, but I feel like that's false. I feel like he.
Everyone thinks Dream has 1 life, but I feel like he just has like some sort of trick to give him more.
Oh yeah, my sister and I were talking about this, and she mentioned how I think because he kind of feels like a god, kind of.
Yeah.
And so
he said, "I am a god."
Yeah.
Not like Tommy.
And before the final disc war, everybody was considering the railroad incident that to be a canon death, and then Tommy killed him 2 more times, but he didn't.
So if that was canon, that would mean he's.
I don't think that was canon. I think that was just a blooper.
I believe before the final disc war, it was considered canon, but now it's not. If that makes sense, because that caused Tommy to get stuck.
Yeah, to get 1 of his disc back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe before, but now it's not considered canon. But But my sister and I were talking about how it's kind of. I don't think Dream will ever die because it's his server. And how he started freaking out because to pretend like he only had 3 lives, so then nobody would be confused when he didn't die.
When nobody realized he doesn't have more than 3.
Yeah.
So they do.
So I'm pretty sure he has unlimited amount of lives, but we just don't see that yet. I think that'd be kind of cool.
Like Carl has to come back at some point.
Well, speaking of canonizing Carl, I was wondering if any of the tales, like the deaths he has when he's time traveling, if those count as canon deaths, and if so, how many lives he has.
I don't think they would be
considered. No, because that's a good point, because the episodes are considered canon.
Yes.
Yeah, so he dies in an episode. Does that mean...
How many times has he died?
He died in the banquet, the masquerade.
He died in the city of Mizu.
And then he died in this last one.
So that's 3.
I don't think they're considered canon. I've always seen him as like he just wakes up. So it's kind of been like a dream, and he just kind of wakes up. So I don't.
It goes back to the in-between.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been whenever he dies, the time traveling stops. So that makes sense.
So I don't know.
Yeah, what if he just dies really early and then he goes back to the in-between, or I guess like the other side now? Just to like, because he doesn't control when he time travels.
Mm-hmm.
So what if he just quote unquote dies early to get out of time traveling?
Well, I feel like he feels like it's his responsibility to help whoever he's time traveled to. Like he's such a nice character.
And I feel like he doesn't really understand it yet. I feel like he isn't quite sure how it works and all that yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like he doesn't realize that if he does die early on, he'll get sent back, if that's how it works.
Yeah.
Also, I noticed something weird. So Technoblade, Techno's an anarchist in the current Dream SMP lore, but he's always playing like a position of power in the tales.
Yeah.
I just find that really interesting.
He was like a billionaire, then he was sheriff, and then he was the king.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Once he brought Techno into it, Techno has to be a regular. Techno's so good.
Techno's amazing.
He's so funny.
I want more foolish backstory.
If people would stop
Yeah,
asking,
more
people
foolish lore.
people have stopped asking him to build for right now. So, well,
Yeah.
Yes, if people stop
But
asking.
he has said
he
he
has
has
other
said that
stuff.
he has a bit more work on the mansion to do,
Mm-hmm.
but
Well, he
not
can just
much.
mention and give us a lore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sounds like he's trying to figure stuff out because he will mention sometimes.
I
So
want Puffy lore.
yes,
I want
Puffy.
Puffy lore.
Lore. At this point, I just want anyone to do a lore. I don't really care who.
Yeah.
Oh, so
We kind of just had bad lore.
yeah. Kind of talking about Puffy. So for the Dream lore that's coming up, for it to be like a live streamed thing and not just posted on YouTube, he's obviously gonna have to stream it. So I was talking to my sister about this, and I was saying how it would be kind of cool for how he does this, because it seems like it's gonna be a flashback, right? Like flashbacks from everything, and so all the flashbacks would be the recorded parts. So for the live stream parts, I think it would be kind of cool if it's somebody's coming into the prison to talk to him. So Puffy or I don't know, somebody else. And so then it's Dream telling the story, and as he's telling the story, that's when we see the flashbacks from.
Really cool.
I feel Dream use that. I think that'd be cool.
It has to be someone who trusts.
Yeah.
Like who does he trust anyone?
Probably just George. So he could be telling. He could tell George, but George was there for a lot of that. So, or like supposed to be there for a lot of it. So I don't think he would need to be telling George. So that's why I was thinking like Puffy, because Puffy's newer, doesn't know everything. He could be telling Puffy about it. He could be telling Ranboo. Ranboo could come in to try to talk. So Dream, you could. I think that would be kind of cool if you. That's a way to do your live stream. I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but I think.
I also Okay, I know this is kind of far-fetched, but since the mansion is like so huge, I know there's that like Maid Cat Cafe that Nikki and H-Bomb have been building.
Yeah.
You know, like the mansion's been pretty empty. So okay, this is so far-fetched, but what if Dream like held a contest to whitelist people in the SMP as like background characters to inhabit like large places?
That'd be cool.
That'd be so cool.
You can't do anything, but here you go. Just go in there.
You know, it's fine. Like just being there is enough.
I would cry.
I would be so happy.
What if someone burns down the mansion as part of lore, and we see again how Foolish's builds relate to his power, because if he lost control once the Eggpire attacked his summer home, right, that would kind of be confirmed for us that the building is related to his power.
He shot a literal lightning bolt after a statue being destroyed. If the mansion was burned down, I feel like he might like set off a nuke or something.
But like
he borrowed Tubbo's nuke. Tubbo's one single nuke.
But but the mansion's not really his, you know, he was commissioned to build it, so I don't know if I would love that because foolish lore, but I feel the statue was his, so that's what made him the most mad.
Yeah.
What else has happened in the last like week and a half? Not really a whole lot. I believe on like the 11th there was some more Tubbo messages. It was in the stream when he rebuilt his house. I went back and I found them. So it says it's like the north, go there, don't go there, please don't. Promise me I like how the house is looking. So it's like they can see what's happening, like as he was building his new house. It says it likes how the house is looking. It's much nicer than the north. I hate it here. I'm trapped. And I'm trapped in it.
Yeah, maybe it's Dream.
Maybe.
Seems like two different people talking, like fighting, like go to the north, don't go to the north.
Maybe it's like the two sides of Ranboo.
That's what I think. I think it's the two sides.
Yeah.
Somehow communicating to Tubbo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of shows how they're connected.
If they're platonically married, then Tubbo and Ranboo have a pretty close connection.
Yes.
So Ranboo's easily able to like access Tubbo's mind.
Yeah. I mean, he probably has powers we don't know about. Might be like he could send his messages like this.
Definitely. Like, we don't know what the other half of Ranboo is, so that could be his second half.
Maybe his two halves fight. His Enderwalk half and his whatever the other side is. Like the most viable option. I'm just trying to think what's in the north that might be so important. The
north is, I believe it's Techno's place.
Where Ranboo lives.
It's like but also the prisons to the north, and it's like everything that way. Maybe
everything's that way.
Maybe something.
I'm pretty sure in one of the previous messages it said, whoever the voice is that wants him to go north said something like, "Go north. I hid a book," or like I left a book.
I hid a book with instructions or something like that.
Yeah, which is something that like I was thinking it might have something to do with Ranboo's fourth memory book. I remember his Enderwalk memory book. Like this might be Ranboo's Enderwalk side, like trying to tell him what I left a book there. You need to like figure out what's happening.
Definitely. Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really streamed on the server in a few days.
Yeah.
So we haven't really gotten any other messages. I still believe it's Ranboo.
Yeah.
And his two halves talking, but I'm not 100% sure. I believe that's really all. There wasn't a whole lot, but there was some things that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Ranboo Lore is on the 23rd.
The
1 year anniversary is the 24th, and then the Red Banquet is the 25th.
Yeah.
So this weekend.
Oh, we're gonna get so much.
So if there's not anything else you guys wanted to talk about, I think that would be it for this whole second episode.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, pleasure to be here.
I don't know when the next one's gonna be, but it's gonna probably be sometime next week. Yeah.
We need to talk about what happens with the Red Banquet and Ranboo Lore stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming. It was a pleasure.
Happy to be here.
I will talk to you guys later.